What do you want people to know about being Latino?
First of all, I'm an American.
That's number one for you.
It's funny, but a lot of us Mexicans don't say that. I'm an American. Choose the tornadoes.
Is the American dream a reality for me?
Because if I fail, that means I failed my race.
How does immigration impact the American dream?
Your Fellow Americans is a project asking questions about race, immigration, and the American dream. We're just trying to figure out what it means to be American for as many different folks as possible. In December of 2014, Your Fellow Americans joined 3 generations of a Mexican-American family around the dinner table to discuss race, immigration, and the American dream.
What are some of the cultural experiences that you would have said you wished we would have carried on? I mean, number one, don't you think language was important?
Yes.
Pero they choose English, they don't want to speak Spanish.
But why do you think we chose English? Why do you think
Because
that
maybe that was more easy for you.
I kind of identify myself in a lot of different ways, you know. But as far as being Latina, growing up in periods of time, I used to wonder kind of what that meant.
You know, I grew up intimidated by my skin color, but you know, now I love it. It's all year round tan. But what I want people to, I want them to respect the fact that I do identify as a Latina and my culture is very important to me.
My name is Julian Caudillo.
My name is Sophia Caudillo.
Olivia Caudillo. I identify myself as Mexican American. The thing I love most about the Hispanic culture is that the way they do things and with their foods, even though I don't eat them. And so it's different because I'm so used to the American culture instead of the Mexican culture because you guys raised us that way. And I've always wanted to know what it was to be to the Mexican culture.
Being Hispanic doesn't necessarily mean being Mexican or having a good knowledge of speaking Spanish. When you guys raised us, all like for instance, the language, Mama specifically made it to where she wanted us to understand English better than, I wouldn't say better than Spanish, but she wanted us to learn English first. Because she wanted us to, I wouldn't say she wanted us to be Americanized, but she wanted us to get a language that most people would use. And because she did so, she didn't really give us a whole lot of the Hispanic and Latino traditions. Many people think that we're just one and the same person and that having Hispanic background means being Mexican or speaking Spanish or being these type of things, and we're not.
My name is Sophia, and most people would ask me if it's an F. And then they'll also ask if I speak Spanish. I said I don't speak Spanish, and they think it's kind of strange because they were raised to speak Spanish, and they're raised to have a Hispanic name because they're, of course, Hispanic.
Do you think they think less of you because you don't speak Spanish?
They don't believe I'm Hispanic. They don't consider me Mexican.
I mean, I'm just Mexican American. It doesn't really actually change who I actually am. I feel like you just still wanted us either way to have an American culture instead of a Mexican culture just because it gave you a better opportunity in life.
Well, I want you to be proud of your, you know, because you are Mexican American. I mean, there's no doubt you have that heritage. And I want you to be proud of who you are. I just didn't want it to hinder.
And I think she was right in doing that because it would be so much harder for me not being able to speak English here because that's pretty much what everyone else speaks and that's what everyone else uses. Now that we're like sitting here talking about it, I really wished that you guys did give us more about things about the culture because I feel that I have little to no knowledge about the whole Hispanic and Latino background.
That's why I encourage anyone and everyone who has a cultural past, whether it's Latino or not, connect. You could be German, you could be Irish, you could be French, but if you know not from where you come, well, that's a dark place, it really is.
Ryan and Irene Caudillo have raised their family as culturally American to arm them with the best tools to succeed in the United States. What motivates families to downplay their cultural heritage? Will this always be necessary in the United States? And if so, is this okay? Let's talk about it. Comment below or visit kcpt.org/yourfellowamericans.